Good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon, and hello to everybody too.
They have to see and do before they really know.
It really makes you appreciate your home, where you come home, where you come from.
I think we'd like to try to keep this place going for our kids and our grandchildren.
The past few years I've been focusing on the songs and our names and trying to, talk about our families.
In the summertime, we always come down here to Shingle Point. We just started like maybe 4 or 5 years ago coming here. I just take a break from work and spend time. The most important, I think, is just spending time with my family. My son Jordan liked to come down here and fish and hunt. We started coming down with him, and then my brother Dave, we helped him build a house first, and then I decided to build a house here about 5 years ago too, and we enjoy doing that too, hunting, fishing, and picking the berries. Geez, it becomes like a little town during the Shingle Point games. Quite a few of them come down, maybe, I don't know, sometimes I've seen it close to 200 people, I think, sometimes. 150 to 200 I've seen. Yeah, a lot of people come down just to visit. They stay with family or friends, or some of them just pitch a tent. And I know everybody that you come visit down here, they just welcome you into their home and, just share whatever they have. And some of them still whale, and a lot of them come down to do their fishing for, they make herring, dry fish, and a lot of them come down to fish for char when the char is running, and some of them come down to get their whales too. It's just nice to be out here. You get good rest, good sleep, and spend time with family and friends. And I know when people need help, everybody comes to help each other, and it's just nice to be down here and spend time together with family and friends. I think if they're going to do oil and gas development, I think it's got to be pretty safe, because a lot of people come down here and they get a lot of their food off the land, and so they have to be really careful, of how they're drilling or how they're going to take the oil out, because one mistake could ruin this area for for a lot of people's food they get off the land.
What is there that we need to protect forever in the Beaufort?
It's like we will have oil spill, and the oil gets all over, even on the shore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's going to be hard for the animals that's living on the land. And what is it going to do out there to our fish? We get our fish from the water, our seal, and our whale, and we're going to have nothing.
As someone who comes from the south, from one of the Canadian provinces, I think about what has been left to me by my ancestors. There are things that I value, the values of modern society and, justice and democracy. But that's a fairly common thing to protect, that most citizens of the world have in common. The Inuvialuit people have that as well, but they have something much more precious, which is their own identity and what they represent, and their responsibility towards the land, and the understanding of what the land gives them back in exchange for that. So I'm overwhelmed by all I've seen, by what our team has seen. This is something you can only discover if you are here, and that's the purpose of being here physically and getting that and keeping that inside of us as we protect the land in our responsibilities as the energy watchdog for oil and gas development in the Beaufort Delta.
You're going to help me with that. It's good help for it. You can open that door right up there. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, where are you?
Shingle.
Oh, how nice. Good morning. Good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon, and hello to everybody too.
Yeah. This morning, I think they never get to bed till about 5. They got well too late over.
Oh, have a good day. Hello to everyone.
Yeah, you too. Have a good day. Take up for 7-11
Mereka hawa laicur uap tiktun hawa gaya cuma laicur dah.
We didn't know the job.
Yeah.
Then you have a light in you that then you know the have a chocolate naga castle you light shoot. Nick tanik tana. Arain you tap going in the land in you near the good to brass a lot of sign about Pechenanik piwa la konta piwa pangma.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah.
3 o'clock this morning, Neil was on his way to Kendal. They came by here at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Ah, you were still up?
We were sleeping and somebody knocked, so I got up.
That's nice, Rita. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, just finished cutting fish.
I'm just going to go over and then go cut some muktak over.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, Rita, I'll talk to you later after.
Okay, then, 833.
7. How you like the old woman who 83 years old working? Good, huh? Could still work when I'm sitting down. I like Gary Island so much. When we landed it, I praise the Lord. Good, huh? Happy to be here. That's good. Boy, good to have strong ladies around, right? Go over there and take their pictures over there. Hi.
They're not like you, they're shy, Emma.
I'm not shy. Never be shy. Ja, dan brug ik aanavond kanya habaktot dan die haraktot.
Pigungit kitilyo at kitilyo ka naipekto kurugit at tawtsukun habayoktot.
Ja. Naipekto da sa brain yung nalahin niya haraktot dingaran.
Yeah.
When they're that young, then they cut the blubber. That's the first stages of. When they get a little older, and I know they could handle the ulu and the knife more carefully, or then I'll let them skin the dry, that dry skin. When the maktak sits out, the sun dries the top. You have to take that dry skin off first before you cut the blubber off. So if they get good at using the knife, then I promote them from cutting strips to skinning. Then when they get good at skinning, then I'll show them how to cut the blubber off the slabs. They go from stage to stage, but not just skipping the process of that preparation. There's all these steps to do. So that's the way I do with the grandkids. That way they're not just afraid to hear it. They don't know what's happening in here. that part of their culture is lost, or their teaching is lost.
We used to go down all the time when we were growing up, from about the time I was a teenager. I don't know, it's like freedom, You get away from town, there's no stress of town or whatever. Especially when you're a kid, you get to play on the flats and all your cousins are down there.
Hey, so Ty, where are we?
Baby Island.
What happens here?
Whaling, swimming, baseball, visiting.
Kanawit Cassidy.
Nakurunga.
Kanawit Amber.
Nakurunga.
So how is the whaling camp to you guys? Is it like your home or something?
It's like my world.
Cassidy?
I've been there since I was 2 years old, and it's really nice, and it's a home. What do you bring for surviving out in the bush? A gun. Food, water, gas.
Turn on your boat.
A boat.
You bring a gun. You bring cleaning supplies, food, water. What? Huh? Kleenex. Baby Island is the funnest place to be. You can do anything you want, except you have to do your chores, and you can have like lots of fun there. You can walk around the beach. You can walk around the island. You can do anything you want to do there. But all you have to do is your chores. It's like the place to be. It's like my world.
How long does it take you guys to cut a whale?
Well, it takes 5 days because you need to cut it from the whale body. And then you need to let it dry for 1 day. And then you need to cut it in squares.
It's like soul food. Number one, it's good food. It's a traditional country food. But it's way more than that. It's like a connection to your identity,
Mawahin. Nagkakatitakan niyo kami. Mani, ililuting ang uliakan kami. Mani, mirakot yung pinakaman na.
Tabara. Sakawatan na inyo nero. Uhi kami mani nuna minakunakot. Tabara to hakalipan nga kilo kakamasbay kayo at siya kakanga. Ili ako ulo ni. Haba at siya ako ulo ni. Nakuwiga. Kaya lukya ka na kay. Agalan mo ko ay dangil. Kaya lukya ning nalurut. Makporik tuyo lagarakan na kawanga. Paning mga yukunim. Pinago kaya lukya kay hulay niya migo.
We're lucky that we can drink the water right out of the river. But it's clean and it's clear. But if you go down to Athabasca River or even some rivers in the Yukon, people don't drink out of the rivers because there might be mining activity upriver. But here we're pretty lucky that we can do that, And I remember when we're out boating and you got a cup and you just dip it in the water, especially in the fall time when it's clear, water's clear. Oh boy, that's the best water, man. And then you make tea with the water too, and then you boil your food with it. All of that effluent from the tar sands and then all the stuff that's going on in the Liard River, and they had that big spill at a coal mine, and all those tiny little particles, they eventually make their way. They got to come right past our front doorstep, and then they go out into the ocean, and then gets into the food chain eventually. So that's another thing. People say, you know, water is sacred and stuff, but I don't know. You can't you throw that word around too much if you don't really have a connection to it. I think this water is very important to our people, the Inuvialuit, because this water contains not only some good drinking water, good fresh drinking water, but this water also is the home of the beluga whale. This water is also, you know, that's where we get a lot of fish out of here.
And water, you know, I heard a lot of statements in the past about water. You know, it's, you take that out of your system, then you have nothing. Like today, look, we're buying water bottle. Why? You know, why? We can't drink the water in our lakes and our rivers. What about the animals that we eat? You contaminate the water, it goes into the food chain. We're part of that food chain, and we have to be careful. So it's just another eye-opener for us to continue to protect it.
To say that people change, people are always going to change. Cultures, you know, the culture changes as you move along. There are a lot of people here that are still very traditional, but they work and they participate. But, you know, what has to be recognized that, you know, particularly among the Inuvialuit society, you know, they've been involved with the whaling days that were in the early 1900s. And then, you know, there were a lot of changes in their life over a short period of time. The religious factors, the Dew-line situation where there was a lot of activity, and then the building of the town of Inuvik. So over a period of time, there were always, every 10 years, there was something that caused changes or people to adjust or adapt to trying to get the most out of the new opportunities more than anything else.
I feel that the Inuvialuit people have complete awareness of their ongoing challenge to protect their identity as a people, their language, their ways of life, the land that surrounds them and that they take care of, and what a sustainable future means for them, and the difficult choices they have to make sometimes between the land and developing an economy that works for them. So I'm here feeling the utmost respect for what they're doing, what they see, what they want to see happen. I also now realize how much they care for each other and the basic notion of sharing. When they harvest a beluga, we heard the stories time and time again. They harvest it with respect. They use every possible part of the whale. And there's always too much for one family. They share with others who either cannot go whaling or cannot afford to go whaling, or their health doesn't allow them to benefit from what the land offers to them. And the notion of gathering is something that I come back with a strong sense of understanding and connection with. I am also envious of the Inuvialuit people because they have something very specific to protect, something that they've kept from time immemorial, which is their ways of life and their connection to the land.
You know, we're moving so at a fast pace today, we forget about the important issues that are within our land claims. Everybody has a responsibility. We're all governed to do certain parts. And the community corps has the responsibility. The HTCs have a responsibility, and the elected members that represent the whole Indian Valley settlement region. And we have to come together and ensure that we're covering all the bases, not just piece of the pie is going to be thing. So it's hard, I've been there, and sometimes the decisions that are made, I'm not satisfied because I have my own issues, and my own issues would reflect on who I am as a human being and as an Aboriginal person. Sure, I'd love to continue my traditional way of life as going out there hunting and trapping and living off the land. The next generation may not have that, but we still all have a responsibility as an individual or as an elected member to ensure that we understand everybody out there, big or small, educated or non-educated, that the land and the resources are going to be there. Not everybody's going to continue the traditional lifestyle of, fishing and trapping and whaling and stuff like that. But those who want to continue it, we should be proud of them and help them to continue that. Are we ready for development? Yes, we are, in the right way. And I think if we do it the right way now, it'll be there for tomorrow's generation.